All right, round one, we're on the draw. I don't love this hand, but I think we are going to keep. We have the Stasis Snare for protection early. We definitely need to draw some mana, but I don't know. I don't think this is a mull. We're not an aggressive deck. We shine in the late game. We have our most powerful removal spell. We're any land away from casting it. I think it's worth keeping. Salvage Drone. Interesting. I think that's going to ingest us for a bit. Sheer drop. Well, hopefully I don't have to sheer drop a Salvage Drone. But it is going to start ingesting us. Hoping it ingests spells and not green or red mana. Seeing as we only have 2 ways to get red. I guess Lifespring Druid gets red as well. Ooh. Opponent did well for themselves. Alright, looks like an ingest deck. Well, ingest decks certainly work when you start ingesting on turn 1. Evolving Wilds. That's too bad. Oh, well. Didn't get hurt that bad anyway. Alright. I might just sheer drop a Salvage Drone. I don't love it, but processing decks typically like to process, as you might imagine. Core Entangler. Alright. Ooh, Sky Spawner's a good one. Well, Boiling Earth's already looking like crazy good sideboard option. Do I want to stop the processing now? I don't love sheer dropping a Salvage Drone, but I think we're going to do it. We've just got 3 removal spells in our hand. And then I don't want to Stasis Snare a Sky Spawner either, but I guess we have Sentinel to stop that eventually. Let's just stop the processing. Or the ingesting, rather. I don't love it, but the problem is we're just not doing anything for a little bit. I could have just taken 1 more, I guess, and then Unified Front for 2, but I kind of want the full value on the Unified Front. Card's a bit of a waste if you don't get full value. It's also a card you want to play after, like, I mean, think how bonkers this card is with a Warcaller or a Beastmaster out. With Warcaller, it's just insane. It's like busted. +6/+6 if you have the full Converge. Or, I guess +8/+8 potentially. You can get 4 color with this deck. Mindraker processing us. Guess I'll discard the Chasm Guide. It just seems like something we're not going to be playing super soon here. Alright. So, question is, do I play Unified Front next turn? Probably not. Probably just Stasis Snare the Mindraker. Next turn, play Ghostly Sentinel. See what that does for us. Well, he's got a lot of colorless guys, so I guess I can't stop that. Alright, let's snare the Mindraker. Focus. Interesting. Alright, hopefully he doesn't have removal for this Sentinel. He's going to get in with the Dominator drone. Hope we don't get clutched or Merc Stridered. It's pretty good against us at the moment. We're going to take the Dominator drone. Yeah. Because I have the focus in hand, it makes more sense. Okay. I think if he had removal for Sentinel, he would have played it there. Right? Oh, Sound Skimmer. Wish I could smite that. Marasa, Ranger. Well, all right. That's actually reasonable. So it's Ranger. All right. So I guess the plan is Ranger trades with Drone, and then Sentinel eats Skimmer. Guess we'll swing with the Sentinel too. Because if he blocks it, I can focus while he's like tapped down a little more safely. Guess I'm telegraphing a focus. But maybe could be a bluff. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, there's no cost. There is no cost for me to attack with the Sentinel. So, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely no cost for me. Could also focus one of his creatures and smite it, though that seems really awkward. Right. So we'll focus. Kind of need our Sentinel right now. At least it holds back his attacks, too. Should have actually waited on that disregard. Should have just attacked first. He could have blown us out there. He's still in pretty good shape against us, to be honest. How much does it cost? 4? Well, I'm not doing anything better, I guess. Guess we'll swing with Sentinel again. Much more likely to block now that he's seen the focus. Yeah. All right. Play the land, pay for the landfall. Pass. All right. So we're on a 4-turn clock at the moment. I guess less than that if he starts swinging at everything. I think next turn we're probably just going to have to play Unified Front. Infiltrator. Well, that increases his clock. Ooh. Courier Griffin's very good. Let's, yeah, that's actually nice. So let me think about this. If I bash for 8, play Griffin, go back up to 7. Might have to trade my Griffin for a drone. I'm trying to think if I leave Ranger back, I'm kind of in a hurry is the problem. I am kind of in a hurry. Guess we swing with both and play Griffin. Probably gonna have to trade it for a drone. I don't love that. I could also, well, I could just swing with Sentinel, play Griffin, pass, but I feel like I'm not getting enough damage in. I mean, swing with Sentinel, play Griffin, pass. Opponent swings back, Skimmer and Infiltrator. We go to 4. But then I can double block the Skimmer. All right, yeah. Keeping the Skimmer back seems important. Yeah, let's, I think so basically we have to attack with Sentinel. And then we play Griffin so we can double block the Skimmer. I basically have to keep Ranger back so I can keep the drone at bay. Because I don't want to trade my Griffin for a drone. Next turn I can swing with more and play Unified Front. Definitely cutting Smite the Monstrous. It has not looked very good this whole game. I've seen a lot of 3 power or less guys, unfortunately. Maybe that makes Unnatural Aggression slightly better, but not insane. Alright, well, that's going to be game, unfortunately. But Grip of Desolation is just a strong card. Nothing to be done about that. I think we're not dead yet, but we're pretty close. So next turn, I guess we're probably going to die. Well, I guess I have Unified Front, though. Yeah, not very exciting draw, unfortunately. I hate that Smite looked so awful this game. It's unfortunate. So I swing with Ranger. I play Unified Front. I get 2 guys. I have 3 blockers. I can't block these 2. Block, block, block. Yeah, I guess that is the play. I mean, if we don't push damage through here, we're most certainly going to lose. And I can't use Ranger's ability with the land because then I can't play Unified Front. So we sandbag the land, play Unified Front, get 2 guys, pass. So it looks like not really blue-black processing so much. He does have a processor in Mindraker, but other than that, we didn't see much in the processing. It just seems more like a blue-black beatdown, which kind of makes sense. Guess, well, if he's got pump, I'm dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Cliffside Lookout, well, I don't think that would have done it. Beastmaster, well, kind of wish it was good enough. So if I play Beastmaster, swing with everything, he just blocks whatever's nest, blocks this with that, and he doesn't even have to. I guess we don't show him the Beastmaster. Let's just pass. No reason to show him cards since we just can't win. I mean, I could make it. He could screw up his blocks. It just seems so remote that I'd rather just not show him cards. So immediately cutting Smite the Monstrous for something. Probably Boiling Earth. Almost assuredly Boiling Earth. It seems like a very good card against him. Although, I guess it only dealt with Salvage Drone, Sky, but dealing with Sky Spawner is a pretty good one. So, let's figure this out. No plummets too kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's bring the Boiling Earth, cut the Smite. Do I want Unnatural Aggression? Probably not. Probably don't. Pathway Arrows? Yeah, taps colorless creatures. That's like all his guys. Let's do Pathway Arrows. It seems correct, actually. Maybe I cut like a Chasm Guide. Swap a red card for a red card. Not that Chasm Guide's horrible, but I don't know what else. I don't want the Andu Rising. He might have Tightening Coils. I still think Felidar Cub is a fine card to have. Also blocks his cheap guy better. We'd probably just cut a Chasm Guide. I'm okay with that. Could actually, we could cut the Marasa Ranger instead. But Ranger grows, but this is an ally. I like the ally interaction. Ally interactions are fairly important for our deck. It's a big part of our late game plan, mid to late game plan, is we play back-to-back allies and just win. I think I'm actually going to cut the Ranger for the... I want to keep my ally count pretty high. All right. Let's try this. We'll play first. Yes, sand is actually very good. We get all of our colors as well. Yeah, the sand is actually one of the better ones I think we could ask for. There's our chasm guide. Well, it's actually not bad either. So let's go Pilgrim's Eye. Could get horribly awry'd, I guess, but haven't seen it yet. All right, looks like we don't have to worry about that. Let's get our red mana, which we did not even show in the last game. Also, our opponent has Grip of Desolation, which is quite good against a deck that splashes, but that's okay. No plays still. Good news for us. Let's go Chasm Guide. Get Spell Shriveled. No Spell Shrivel. All right. Well, getting in for some damage, that's for sure. Can't adverse conditions yet. Complete disregard. Okay. That one makes sense. Getting for 4 damage. Next turn we get to go Courier Griffin Cliffside Lookout, and then we're actually beating down pretty efficiently. Silent Skimmer. Oh, so silent. Probably still want to go Griffin look. Actually, I guess it makes more sense to just go Sentinel. Because if we go Sentinel, we could also top deck a land, then go Lookout Pump. And we get to, basically, I'm just going to swing with Castigator, like I've got a combat trick. Opponent might not want to lose the Skimmer, because he knows we have Lithomancer's Focus. Okay. Opponent, not a care in the world. Let's play Ghostly Sentinel and pass. So now we rip a land and we get to swing for 10. Probably just 8 if he leaves the Skimmer back. Although, yeah. Merc Strider, bouncing Ghostly Sentinel. It's not the end of the world. Ooh, Blade Master. Yeah, it's going to be good, especially with the Lookout at some point too. We could actually play Blade Master now and then follow up with... Play Blade Master, swing for 6. Even if opponent chumps, it's pretty bad news for them. Follow up with possibly Lookout plus Pump, which would be a metric ton of damage. Opponent is a land away from Grip of Desolation, though, which is... Well, that's probably even more reason to play the Blade Master. Like, if my opponent's going to grip and get rid of the mountain, I'm never going to be able to play Blade Master. This... yeah, I think we go Blade Master here. Swing with Castigator. Guess I can swing with Pilgrim's Eye too. It doesn't actually matter. I can't... Pilgrim's Eye blocking doesn't do anything once it loses Double Strike. So I don't want to get gripped here, but I feel like a grip's coming. But like I said, the problem with grip is, if it gets Ghostly Sentinel in a mountain, I think Resolute Blade Master is likely a dead card for the rest of the game. So I'd rather just play Blade Master now. If my opponent has grip, we lose the Blade Master in the mountain, which does suck, but it also does force our opponent to have the grip. But like I said, I think there's pretty high probability my opponent's got the Grip of Desolation. Pretty high probability. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we got the land, which means we can go Lookout Pump, but then I think he probably just trades. I can also just go Ghostly Sentinel Lookout, which probably is fine too. I don't have to play the Lookout either. Could just play Sentinel. Seems fine. Could actually go Griffin Cub too. Actually, Griffin Cub doesn't seem bad. Let's do that. What this does is basically just fills our board for Lookout. If we get Mind Rakered, actually our opponent doesn't have anything processed right now. I don't think, right? No, they don't. So, yeah, this actually seems fine. There are allies in blue, though, I guess we have to watch out for. Well, 0-4 Double Strike is not exactly intimidating, but Merc Strider with Double Strike is a bit of an issue. Another skimmer, okay. That's all right. So, all right. I'm going to sandbag this land. I think we're probably just playing Sentinel and passing. I think there's not a super high chance my opponent's got Myers Malice. And I'd rather not have Lookout, especially since it's an ally. I could draw like a Warcaller and go Warcaller Lookout and just explode my opponent's face. Or even like Beastmaster Lookout, which would also be insane. So I think it's in our best interest now to just play Sentinel and pass. Keeps most of his stuff at bay anyway. Definitely sandbagging the land because we know my opponent's got Mindraker. Even though they can't process anything at the moment, it's not to say that there's no way my opponent can process. So this sets me up for Lookout next turn, which I think is going to be pretty good. Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate for us, fortunate for our opponent. Opponent's deck is quite good. Oh, that's too bad for us. Okay. In a little bit of trouble, unfortunately. Entangler. Well, Entangler's quite good. So I guess we can go. Actually, can I kill my opponent yet? Let me think about this. Got the flyers. So let's go Entangle. Let me think. Entangler, tap Skimmer. Lookout, tap Sky Spawner. Swing for... Not enough. This can't be blocked by the Scion, so at least he would have to trade off. He'd probably go Merc Strider for Castigator. Blade Master for Cub. Well, it might be worth it. Those trades aren't changing with Lookout. If I just go Entangler, tap Skimmer, swing with everything, that sets me up for... My opponent doesn't have a great trade with the Sky Spawner anyway. This is interesting. Do I want to play Entangler, tap down a Skimmer, and just swing with everything? And then pass. I might want to do that instead of tapping two things. I think that might be better. Let's do that. So tap the Skimmer, swing with everything. Opponent has to make some trades here. The thing is, if I tap down the Sky Spawner, I'd rather tap down a Skimmer. I just think that makes more sense. I think our opponent... I'm trying to think how likely they are to trade off a Sky Spawner anyway. Alright, this is actually fine. Like I said, if I had Lookout plus Pump, these trades would still happen, so I don't think it's super important anyway. Like, now I can play Lookout, tap down a Skimmer, swing with Entangler, swing with Griffin, and I can pump. It probably block Griffin and take 4. Or probably just block Entangler, I guess. Chump Entangler, but that's okay. Still definitely keeping the sandbag in the plains. I mean, if I get 2 Eyeless Watcher's insane too. Yeah, so now we just play Eyeless Watcher pass. This is much better for us. So now I just chill till next turn, play Lookout, tap a Skimmer, swing with everything, pump. And I think that's pretty likely lethal. Okay, so we're going to lose the plains. Glad we sandbagged it. Pretty important. I could have just played Lookout at some point, but that's kind of irrelevant. I don't think we have lethal now, though, but that's probably still okay. I could also just rip another... I still can rip another ally and be in pretty good shape. All right. So, Lookout, tap Mindraker, swing team, pump. Opponent's got 3 blockers to my 5 attackers. Takes 4 damage, but has to block Entangler. So Entangler gets blocked by Scion. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to do this. If I play Lookout and tap Skimmer, swing with everything, Mindraker blocks Scion. Scion blocks Entangler. Untapped Skimmer blocks Griffin. Opponent takes 4. So it is better to tap the Mindraker. All right, let's just go Lookout. Tap Mindraker. Swing team. So block, chump, take 4 is what I assume my opponent's best blocks are. And I guess we can play Fertile Thicket at this point and look at the top 5 cards and put them on the bottom of my deck. So lost 3 lands, a focus, and a sheer drop. I guess focus would have been good, but so we know that's on the bottom now. So we went on the bottom of your library. So we went to draw focus, then sheer drop, then lands. I think that's how it works. If I were to like be able to get to the last 5 cards of my deck, I think the first one you do is the first one they put on the bottom of your deck. That just makes sense. I mean, victory is in sight here. If our opponent cracks a Blighted Cataract, I don't think that's... Oh, they actually have a play? Kind of, yeah. Much prefer them to crack the Cataract because that tells me they don't have the answer right now. All right, so needs a 2-mana answer. I doubt they can find it. It's possible, but not super likely. A lot of stuff might, yeah, okay. All right, stole a victory there. Very nice. Opponent's deck, like I said, is quite good. I still think Boiling Earth is good enough in this match, absolutely. I'm trying to think. Unnatural Aggression, just not good enough. Like, it doesn't kill Silent Skimmers. Silent Skimmers are very good against us. We really seem to just have a problem of 3-power guys, you know? But hopefully, I think the Pathways Arrows and the Sheer Drop and the Stasis Snare, we have the outs we need. So let's try and make this work. I think this match is not terrible. What's funny is as much as I said Sandstone Bridge isn't very good, I actually changed my mind. I think in this match, Sandstone Bridge is oddly pairs very well against 4 toughness blockers with no attack. So I think we are bringing in the Sandstone Bridge now. All right, let's try this. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this. I'm trying to think of the order in which I play things. I guess the Thicket, finding the planes for next turn into the, yeah. Okay, I like that. Definitely makes sense to do Thicket first. It's not like Lookout needs to be played on turn 1 anyway. In fact, I play Cub if I find the white mana off Thicket. Oh. I still don't think I want to play turn 1 Lookout. Do I? I'm trying to think about this, actually. Do I want to go, like, Evolving Wilds, red mana, next turn, Plains Cub, turn 3, maybe Arrows Equip? Or turn 3, Thicket, so, well, it's complicated. I'm trying to think of the best order to do this. I guess I'm low enough on time where I need to kind of make the decision quicker. Maybe I just do Thicket first. Possibly even find a red mana. Well, we didn't. Do I want to draw a mana? Losing 2 removal spells, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't think I want to draw a mana. We have Pilgrim's Eye, too. Tangler. All right, so let's go Cub this turn. I want to put a threat out there. So if my opponent plays Sky Spawner, I still think I swing into it. And I guess I would trade I'd like to trade the focus for a Silent Skimmer, but I might just have to be willing to trade actually, no, I guess I don't have to trade a focus for a Sky Spawner. I've got Pathway Arrows, so I could just rip a land here. Ooh, Ruination Guide is pretty good. I definitely want to leave up. Problem is I want to leave up focus. That way I can, if he complete disregards, I can cast focus. Otherwise, I'll just trade if he has the mana open. So let's play Evolving Wilds now, plus Pathway Arrows, and pass. So I've got less than 8 minutes, and I've got a lot of work to do. So I am going to try and do more rapid fire decisions. Just sort of Difficult decisions to be made, unfortunately. It's a challenging match. Our opponent's deck is quite good. This is the first time we've seen the Ruination Guide, but we already know that's going to be very good for our opponent. So I will trade a Lithomancer's Focus for a complete disregard. Sky Spawner is fine. I get to eat that, which is good news. Kind of want him to attack here, yeah. He didn't. So let's crack, get our red mana. Untap. Unified Front now, too. It's pretty nice. Let's go land, Pathway Arrows, equip. And leave up Pathway Arrows. So we can trade with Guide plus kill Sky Spawner. If our opponent complete disregards now, I guess I just Pathway Arrows in response. Still take 5 though, which isn't great. Okay, so this is fine actually. Go like this. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty insanely good for us. So next turn I can go Pilgrim's Eye plus equip. Is it 2 to equip? I always forget, yeah. It's not exactly cheap to use Pathway Arrows, but it's certainly good. Yeah, let's go Pilgrim's Eye, find our land. I think we're actually... that's fine. We're going to play the Lookout. So we have something to equip with Pathway Arrows. Can also Unified Front next turn, which gives us a lot more bodies. He can kill Lookout with complete disregard, but we'll just accept that. Take our 1. Okay. It's actually not the end of the world. So if we draw land, we get to play Entangler, then we have a good blocker for Mercstrider. Problem is I don't want to walk an Entangler into a complete disregard, but opponent also has Grip of Desolation. That's unfortunate that our Pilgrim's Eye has harmed us as much as it has. I guess we play Unified Front. It just makes sense here. As much as I love multiple ally triggers, I think being able to double block a Mercstrider is... and still retain value for Pathway Arrows, it just makes sense there. We're a little bit desperate. It also plays around complete disregard. Unfortunately, Grip of Desolation is going to be bad news bears, but nothing to be done, unfortunately. Do I trade an ally for a Scion? I actually don't think I do, not with the Pathway Arrows. If he had Grip, he would have just attacked with both. And then when I double blocked, kill it. So I don't think he's got Grip. Sandstone Bridge. Well, not looking insane here, admittedly. All right. Sandstone Bridge it is. I think I actually sandbagged the Lookout. It's just a really easy way to play around complete disregard and give us value later. So now we just guess equip the ally and pass. Less than 6 minutes on the clock. I've got to keep note because, like I said, we still have a lot of work to do. All right. It actually makes no sense that my opponent waited on the Grip of Desolation. They could have gotten like 2 to 3 times better blowout play there, but I mean, we got it out of the way. He cast it on a core ally. If he had attacked with Merc Strider and I double blocked any Grip of Desolation, it would have been an Omega blowout. I might just take 4 here. The reason being, well, probably not. Well, that's tough to say, I guess. See, the thing is, with Pathway Arrows, I can block a core ally on a Merc Strider and still ping it. And just trade a 1/1 for a Merc Strider. But it might just be okay to like lose 2 allies for it. We have more value than our opponent currently, which is good. We do have to rip lands again, but we're running 18. I guess we're down 2 more. We're down 6, so we have 12 remaining of 25. So a little bit less than 50% chance to rip lands for the rest of the game. I probably just end up trading. I think this is an okay trade. Like I said, it's not a great trade, but I'm okay with it. I don't really want to take 4 damage here. And I'm going to have a hard time leaving up the mana for Pathway Arrows. Okay, Mindraker, I guess would probably just discard a... Maybe the Focus, although, yeah, I wanted it for the Skimmer, but we're going to have Ondu Rise, and we're going to have a Lookout and Sentinel and 3 power guys, so we can lose a Focus. That's okay. So definitely want to rip a land here. If we don't, just have to accept it. Salvage Drone's a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. Didn't quite get what we wanted there, unfortunately for us, so bit of a bummer, but nothing to be done. So we'll equip and pass. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a Complete Disregard as their last card. We're going to take 5 damage and Process, which I don't think is very good, but nothing to be done. Wish this wasn't going down this way, but just like I said, kind of nothing to be done here. If we can rip a land, we're in pretty good shape. Courier Griffin would have been a nice draw. All right, land please. Nope. All right, let's go Castigator, pass. That way we can trade with Mindraker and kill a Salvage Drone. Less than 5 minutes on our clock. We have some work to do, my friends. All right, so ping the drone, take 1. Does let him loot, but I don't want to get ingested anymore, preferably. Take our 1. We can get back in this. We do have Ondu Rising. Okay, so he's got 1 loot at his disposal. Unfortunately, just can't rip the land now, which is a bit sad, but nothing to be done. Tap Oracle of Dust. Unfortunately, can't afford to hit Scion here. We just can't really take the damage. Just really need to rip any land. We don't have any tap lands left either, so pretty imminently important that we hit a land here. We're just unfortunately running out of time. All right, Sharpshooter is kind of sad, but nothing to be done. All right, not what we wanted. Pretty disappointed, but nothing to be done. Does, I guess, ramp us. Kind of wish this was going better for us, but I felt very much ahead just a few turns ago, but Just can't rip the land. So I'd need 8 mana to ping the sharpshooter enough. I guess it keeps his mana occupied, which is good. So I think he probably kills Castigator, maybe. Yeah. So I have to chump Oracle of Dust. I think we're in big trouble. Pretty much just could not rip the land in time. So I guess we just go like this and take 4, go to 4. Still just need to rip a land. Nope. Yeah, that's mighty sad. Well, I mean, we got the Scions now, so I guess I can... That's interesting. So I can play Entangler. Yeah, I need to make this decision quick. I can play the Entangler. Probably makes sense. And then pass. That way I can block reasonably well. I'm not going to attack, though. And yes, I understand I'm dangerously low on time, but I can't do anything about that. I'm obviously in a pretty dire situation here. I mean, I could have double done it to do Undo Rising on a Plains and gotten in for 4, gain some life. I may have needed to do that. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, am I dead now? No, I'm not dead. Pretty close, though. Like, I can eat Mindraker. If he attacks with everything, I have to block in a certain way, but this is actually okay. Like, if he attacks with everything, I eat Mindraker, I chump Oracle, I take 3, I go to 1. That, I mean, that's pretty obvious, like, pretty obvious block. Alright, that's really not what I wanted to see, but I can't do anything about it. Still can't rip a land, much to my sadness and chagrin. I could play a 5-drop here. I don't know what it would be, though. I guess we just play Eyeless Watcher, pass. I don't know exactly what this is going to do other than, like, buy us a little bit of chumping time. But we're in some pretty serious trouble still, unfortunately. That's interesting. Oh, I see. He weakens it with the sharpshooter. He doesn't have 10 mana, though. So I guess I go like this. So shrink, eat Mindraker. Just going to hope I don't need the Entangler to win, but I have less than 3 minutes. I have too much work to do on my opponent. I think we just, like I said, took absolutely too much time. Just took far too much time, sadly. Just really cannot dig up that land. So we play the Sentinel. Is it time to Undo Rising? I mean, I can and gain a little bit of life, but I think I need the Sentinel first. And then I'm probably going to have to do a bit of chumping. But then I can go maybe Undo Rising next turn. I don't know. I'm making quick decisions, which might be mistakes, but the problem is I basically kind of have to, because I just don't have enough time to think about my plays. So we'll just chump here. Could have blocked it with everything. The Oracle. Well, that's unfortunate for us. Okay. Well, it's not what I wanted to see, but... so let's go. I guess we have to equip... And I think we actually have to play Undo Rising for normal. Because if I don't gain life here, I'm actually just dead. So gain some life. Probably dead anyway, aren't I? Well, guess I'm going to go to 1 here. Probably just wanted to equip a Scion in retrospect. Oh, he had 10 mana, that's right. All right. Unfortunate loss. I really wish we could have taken this. I think there was a strong possibility that we did if we'd seen the lands when I needed them. Pretty disappointed, but that's okay. We're playing Swiss, so we get a couple more opportunities to play with this deck. Like I said, even though our opponent's deck was better than ours, I felt like we had a very strong possibility of winning this game, but it definitely required us drawing that land in a more timely manner. So, all right, we'll see you in round 2. All right, round 2. We're going to keep this hand. Oh, okay. Looks like opponents just decided to concede, unfortunately. So, all right, I guess, yeah. I guess we'll see you in round 3. Round 3, we have the choice. Gonna play first. Yeah, we got to keep this in. 1 land, and we get to play the Pilgrim's Eye, and then... and then we're already at 4, so yeah, this hand's actually really good. All right, well, round 3 opponent was a no-show too, sadly, so it looks like we're only going to get 1 match in with this deck, unfortunately. I thought it was, like I said, it was a pretty decent deck. We had a pretty good ally theme going. I think match 1 really could have gone either way. It was very, very close. I do actually, I'm glad I got an opportunity to try out the Pathway Arrows. I think it was really good in match 1. Definitely would have been better with some more lands. And yeah, other than that, I guess we'll have to stick it out in Swiss a bit longer. And I apologize that we didn't have a match 2 or 3. If it were up to me, we absolutely would. So, all right, we'll see you for the next draft.